I took this light bulb out of my motorcycle's headlight. I guess you could say I was delighted. Okay, that was pretty bad. Well, this is Octane Restorations, and we're here to brighten your day on this 2005 Honda VTX 1300 by showing you how to change the headlight bulb. I'm done with the light puns, I promise. This is not the end-all be-all. Like this type of style of motorcycle, a cafe racer, this procedure will be the same, but something like a Honda Goldwing like this, you know you're going to have to remove fairings. Other types of motorcycles, like older ones generally, like this 1974 Yamaha RD60, process will be the same, but it's not the same on sport bikes, like this YZF1. Of course, the best thing to do whenever you're getting ready to work on a motorcycle is pull out your owner's manual, your shop manual, and it should go over the instructions for you. But for cruisers, cafe racers, scramblers, anything that has this type of headlight assembly sticking out, this is how you do it. So my symptoms of it, I don't have low beam lights, but I do have high beam lights. So thankfully I was able to still get home. My turn signals still work, everything like that. I just lost my running lights on this motorcycle. So to me that indicates a burned out bulb because the high beam still works. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to change that. On this one you have two Phillips screws inside the headlight assembly right there. One on each side that you got to remove. But on my cafe racer, I have two of them on the outside. So you're just going to have to, again, get your shop manual, get your owner's manual, and find which screws you need to take out.
Some motorcycles, to adjust the headlamps, like adjusted up and down, left and right, they have a Phillips on the outside. Very few of them do, but some of them do. So this one does not. The adjustment's on the inside. Just a heads up, there might be Phillips that are up and down, left and right to adjust your headlight beam.
I would try to avoid hanging the headlight assembly from that wire. It's a pretty tough connection, but if your motorcycle's older, it can get brittle. And that's the last thing you want to do is pull those out. First thing you got to do is get that plastic electrical connection off. It's got a little press tab. It's pretty difficult to press down, especially with this motorcycle being like 17 years old. But once you get it pressed down, it should just pull off easy. Then, got to get the rubber boot off, because there's a little clip that holds the light bulb in place. And this is held in by a Phillips. Phillips or JIS. So, go back, get your Phillips. This clip is just to help keep the headlight bulb in place and to minimize vibrations. It's actually a pretty genius design. Don't lose that screw. That's the clip I was talking about. Some motorcycles, it won't be a Phillips, like my cafe racer. You don't have to unscrew anything. You just pull the clip up and then whenever you push it back down, it snaps into place. But this one has a Phillips. Here we have our Sylvania 9003/H4 extra vision bulb. Wear gloves for this. The theory for wearing gloves is that the oil from your hands will get onto the glass of the bulb, and then the oil will heat up, and then it'll cause the bulb to shatter. So, I don't know if it's a wives' tale or not. Just growing up, that's what we were told. And so, anytime I ever change headlights, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Because headlights are getting expensive. Holy cow. The days of $3 headlight bulbs are gone. But, so, wear gloves. Keep the oil from your hands getting on. Right here, I was just looking at the filament. And yes, this one was burned. So now we're going to install the other one. So wear gloves. It'll have 3 prongs, put it in the same way of the other one that you took out. And then put the clip over. And then you're just going to screw the clip in. And the rest is a exact reverse of the removal. So on this headlight, the adjustment screws are on the inside for the up and down and left and right. You can see near my right hand, but some motorcycles are on the outside. That's what I was talking about earlier. Another thing, check the wattage of the bulbs you are getting versus what you have in your motorcycle. My Cafe Racer, the bulbs look identical to this 9003 right here. Same prongs, everything. This bulb would fit exactly to my Cafe Racer, but my Cafe Racer has a 35 watt light bulb. So this one right here is a 6055, which means high beam is 60 watts, low beam is 55 watts. If you get a higher wattage size, you run the risk of melting your headlight assembly and then melting the wiring. If I were to put this in my Cafe Racer, it would get really hot and eventually there would be equipment failure, whether it melting the plastic on the headlight or melting the wires, either one. So just get the correct wattage, ensure that you get the right wattage. Again, it is a safety issue. And if you do have a custom motorcycle, you might have to find them on Amazon. I cannot find 3-prong 35 watt bulbs anywhere near me, so all of mine get ordered from Amazon or eBay. But that's it. We installed the clip, we put the rubber boot on, we connected the electrical connections back. One thing I didn't do here, but I would recommend, is using some dielectric grease. Generally, this connection in the headlight isn't going to get water in it, just because it's a headlight unit, it's sealed. I mean, you saw how much dust there was in there, so it is not airtight. But a little bit of dielectric grease on the connections will just help keep some corrosion out of there. I should have done it, but it completely slipped my mind right here. Now, just put the Phillips or JIS screws back in. Some guy apparently forgot that there was a camera that was supposed to be catching all this. It was me. Okay, I admit it. So, does it work? That answer is yes. So we have high beams and we have low beams now, which in my opinion are essential in operation of a motorcycle. So that was our problem. We correctly diagnosed it. We fixed the problem, and this whole process took 15-20 minutes. Now I'm starting to shoot on an iPhone, transitioning to that from the GoPro, so hopefully the video quality will be better. Again, this is Octane Restorations. Thank you for watching. If the video helped you, consider giving it a like. I post motorcycle content like this pretty often, so, check out my profile. Thanks again for watching. You have a good rest of your day.